Hey.
Hey.
Happy Thursday.
Happy midweek. Hope you're doing well. Hope your week is going great. I don't know what the weather is like yet, but I'm hoping it's better.
we praying for it.
We're days ahead of Thursday.
Yeah,
so.
Prep. Y'all, not gonna keep you long with this.
This is a wild one.
Let me tell you.
This is why Shy Food Local is no longer allowed on this podcast.
No, they own
the Dario and Byron show.
Y'all, let me tell you, the community area is number 42, Woodlawn, and this is a ton of history in this episode. But my goodness, y'all,
my goodness, this is right.
Going back to this one,
listen, if you're not following Shy Food Local for at least their food recommendations, you're actually missing out.
Yeah, you missing.
Because if you want some food influencers that cover the entire city, it is them and only them.
Yeah,
I don't know anyone else that's going to every single neighborhood like they do.
Yeah, no,
hundreds of restaurants
all over the place.
Yeah,
paying for everything.
Literally.
I respect.
Actually, respect. My favorite food influencers.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, they doing it.
Yeah, Byron got to take the bass out of his voice though.
Let's talk about the top 5 favorite
every time
African restaurants.
I want to text him and be like,
in Bronzeville.
Take the bass out your voice.
Boy, this croissant had the best pull to it, and it was very fluffy. What?
He is made for this though.
He is.
That voice is. I do stop and listen, so it's working.
But no, this is a fun one. It's a wild one. If you don't know who we are,
you're gonna learn today.
You gonna learn today. I think I started this one out with the rap, didn't I?
Oh my god,
I did, right?
I don't remember.
I think this is the one with the rap. Anyway, y'all, go ahead and enjoy this one. This episode originally aired January 31st, 2022. Have fun. Hey. Girl, you knocked me out. Carla E's World. Shy Food Local. Dario Sarah. About to get vocal.
That was the best one yet.
This is the podcast where we visit all 77 of Chicago's historic neighborhoods and discuss their heritage and taste the amazing food.
And if you know anything about us, we love 2 things, food and Chicago, so I can't wait to burn this gas money.
You ready?
Let's get it.
This is the 77 Flavors of Chicago, the podcast.
Hey, we got it now. We got it. Welcome to another dope episode, 77 Flavors of Chicago. This is episode 35. Dario.
Sarah.
Carla Eats World is in the building. Y'all make some noise for Carla Eats World. Hold on. Hey, we gonna get back to you real quick. We can let you introduce yourself. Y'all, if y'all been a fan of the podcast, y'all have heard these guys on here several times. Our good friends over at Shy Food Local, Byron, Gabe. Yes, welcome back to the episode.
Oh, sorry.
Man, good to have everybody on here. How's everybody feeling?
Very good. Very full, man.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we gonna get into the food. We were on location, and then now we at our location.
You had to shove that in there.
Look, that's what she's. But that was perfect. But we were in Woodlawn at Daly's restaurant. We had to leave because we ran out of time, basically.
Yeah.
That's
you know what sucks is today I had planned to go live and show behind the scenes of setting up. And
but this one would have been good though. I mean, 4-take Drake over here.
Yeah. Also not inside our requirement. Right.
Well, I mean,
we don't know these people.
I mean, we've recorded
None of them.
live, and you came to me last week on Instagram.
Why?
Talking about I said renamed.
You did say renamed.
And?
Twice. He doesn't say rename. He says rename.
Look. I don't know why my brain went there, y'all. I don't say renamed.
Twice.
I said it.
No, he said rename, and then he was like,
why did I say that?
Renamed.
What I love about it is that you could tell it bothers Sarah on a deep level. She really hates that he say it like that.
Yeah. She is. I hated that I said it like that.
Yeah.
It was weird. Why?
As soon as it came out of your mouth, you was like, I'm not like that normally. Why did I say that?
Right. That ain't even me. Yeah. That ain't even me. Y'all, you see, we have this is 5 people here today, and we are joined by another food blogger, Carla Eats World. Y'all, like I said, Carla, go ahead and tell the people who you are.
Well, thank you guys, first of all, for letting me crash.
Hey, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I am associated with Chai Food Local as their Uber driver.
Yes, we appreciate that.
That's how I ended up here, because they were like going all the way down to the south side. But yeah, hi everyone. Thank you for listening. I don't know what to say. I'm like,
So how did you get started? When did you start like basically talking about your food and where you're going and like reporting on that?
So I first started my blog in 2018. This was when I was living in China for a little bit. So, I got to try like all different kinds of like food over in Asia. So I was like, I might like just start a food blog and like document it. And it was like, I was traveling at the time. So it was Carla Eats World. But now I'm stuck in Chicago. So now I'm just doing Carla Eats Chicago for now.
Hey, the cool thing is, though, is like you can really eat around the world here in Chicago.
That's right. That's
So
right.
you still Carla Eats World. Like that's still a thing. We had a lot of fun today. We stopped it.
Well, for the people that are listening for the first time, maybe we should let Byron and Gabe talk
Oh
a little
yeah,
bit about
I'm so used to them being on the podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's so crazy. My bad,
Byron,
fellas.
just crazy thought. Come closer to the mic.
Testing.
Yeah, there you go.
Crazy thought.
Crazy thought. So tell us.
So we are best friends from high school. We've known each other since freshman year. And we moved up to Chicago together, and then we both made a decision to just be like basically trying all the food that's out here because we couldn't, just eat Panda Express all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
They got good silverwood.
Taking shots at me.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like
That
I
was
was
the old me.
It's not like I was eating super crazy in Champagne either. Like we were both not eating all that. So when we came here, we decided to do that, and then over time, it just became so much of a hobby to where we were doing maybe twice a week, 3 times a week, and so we just decided to really like hammer out the details of making an Instagram, and then I believe the end of 2020 or 2019.
2019.
The end of 2019, we put up some of our first posts, and then we've been doing it consistently ever since.
We
then.
just made our 200th post.
Oh,
Wow.
yes.
Yay, congrats.
okay.
Let's go.
200 posts. Shout out.
I think we've only done like 3 or 4 repeats in that time.
Wow.
That's actually pretty good.
That's crazy. But you guys have been to like over 300 restaurants.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Probably edging towards 400 pretty soon.
That's
Jeez.
insane.
Yeah.
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 And you have like usually multiple posts a week.
Yeah,
Right.
like at least usually 2 or 3. We took a break during the holidays just because nobody was busy. Nobody was doing all that. But we
Except for us.
Yeah, y'all were consistent.
Yeah.
But we gonna get back to that 2 or 3 post schedule, and we're gonna mention something special that we got going on for this next month later on. But,
Hey, okay, all right.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. And I love because like you guys give not only like awesome pictures of the food, but you give like a breakdown and a little rating of everything. Anytime we need inspiration, I just go on your page and I'm like, where have they been recently?
Wow, that's the biggest compliment, honestly. Wow, that's
Go ahead. Look at
We look at y'all page and the stuff that y'all have gotten accomplished in a short amount of time. We be like, they're out of here, man. It's about to be. Hey, look, let me get that autograph as
Stop
soon
it.
as I can.
Hey man, you got 4 episodes.
You have video proof
Yeah.
and audio proof.
Oh, I'm
That
milking
you know
that too.
us.
Anybody ask me, I know Dora. I'm like, oh yeah, that's my cousin. I know. Sarah is my cousin-in-law. I guess that's what that was called. I don't know.
Hell yeah. It's dope that y'all back, man. And for those that, like I said, y'all, if you listen to the podcast, they won. They were our first guest.
Yeah.
They were our first
wow.
guest. Yeah.
Get a Mario sound for that. Yeah. Let's go. Come on now.
Look at him knowing the buttons and everything.
Yes, sir.
He's like, "Hey, give me my coin. Give me my
Yeah.
coin." Y'all, we ate a lot. We were in Woodlawn, and that's what we here for. This is first, I'm gonna do it at the beginning, man, because we got a couple more weeks until the polls close. But y'all, vote for us, Chicago readers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's get it early.
Polls close February 2nd.
Yeah.
You can vote once a day.
Yeah,
By
and
the way.
so if you listen to this on Monday, you have 2 days
Yeah.
to vote for us. So,
Okay.
Is
2
that what it
days.
is? Is it 2 days?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
let me
yeah.
vote.
Yeah. Man, the link is in the
Well,
bio.
they got Monday, Tuesday, and you can vote Wednesday
You can
because
vote
they close
3.
at noon.
Okay, 2.5 days. Yeah. So
you got 2.5 days to vote for us as your
Yeah.
favorite podcast. If you don't, honestly,
right. I mean, we just happy with the nomination.
yeah.
7
You know,
months in.
We were talking about, he was telling me someone was in some Hall of Fame the other day, and I was like, isn't it crazy that we like are so adamant about like ranking things as it has, like what's the best. Like, let's just enjoy.
Yeah, but it's good to
way
have that
things
ring, though.
exist.
I like that ring.
Yeah.
I mean, if it comes with $200,000, I'll take it. But
Shit, you ain't lying about that. I do that. I do that. 200,000. I don't know where that number came from, but I'll take it. That's what you get for winning the Chicago
Super
Arena?
Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
If you win the Super Bowl, you get $200,000.
Way off from that.
Oh wow.
I'm way off.
Yeah, and if you win the World Series, you get $500,000.
World Series is ridiculous. $500,000 just
And
for.
if you lose that final game, you still get $200,000.
Oh.
I didn't know that. Did you know that? Did y'all know that?
I looked it up this morning.
I'll be the happiest loser in the world.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go home crying on my pile of $200,000.
Like, dang, I ain't get that ring, but
So
Damn,
sad,
that's
but
crazy.
so not sad at the same time.
But
I'm
you like
still-
split it in between like
No,
the
no,
whole
each
team?
player gets
Each
that.
player gets
Oh, yeah.
what?
yeah.
I'm with the winners. Like, hey, I won still. Like, can be
Literally.
popping champagne.
You be out there in the locker room celebrating with them.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, hey, I got 200, man. Let's go.
We all winners, y'all.
We all at the club. Yep.
Well, they got at least twice the amount.
Yeah.
You know.
They paying. They
And a
buying the
ring.
bottles.
Would you if you ever got a ring, would you sell it?
100%.
You would sell a championship ring?
I
Yeah.
feel like I would.
What?
Well, it also doesn't mean anything to me, but
Down the line, like I'd keep it for some years to wear, but I'm gonna sell it.
Gabe, what you doing? You keeping or selling?
It depends. There's like maybe like 3 rings that I would keep.
like what are
Which
the
one?
rings you would
Like
keep?
if it was like one of Jordan's championship
Okay,
rings,
I'm not
one
selling
of
that.
Kobe's or the Cubs.
No, I'm talking about if you won the championship.
won.
Oh, if I won a championship ring, no, I would probably keep that. I would
Okay,
probably
all right,
keep
yeah,
that.
I'm about to say. I'm like, wait a minute.
Because
Like, wait a-
because without it, you just sound like one of those people that have like a story that no one believes.
yeah,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's like documented somewhere.
Yeah,
It is, but,
I'm
like, I
I'm
still
thinking
want
of
it.
My stature compared to actual athletes,
Like,
they wouldn't believe me.
if-
They'd be like,
if-
"You're
You didn't win.
you didn't win that."
But-
Yeah,
Yeah.
So Michael Jordan has what, like 6 rings?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, if you were to sell one of them,
I mean, he's already a
you would
billionaire.
still have 5.
yeah.
What kind
Just
of?
for the fuck
That's
of it.
not how it goes.
Okay, all right. Well, let's get this
That
episode
is,
started.
that is not how it goes.
Yeah, that's a special case. It's like we all know.
If I were Michael
Jordan,
Jordan, I would definitely sell a ring. Just one.
Just
Just
one?
Just one. Just to see how much it would make.
Y'all.
picks his least favorite year, like in '91.
That's
Maybe
his favorite one.
the middle
yeah.
one. Just pick a middle one.
Yeah.
Nobody likes the middle child. Just sell that one.
As a representative of a Chicago-based podcast, I do not condone Michael Jordan
well-
selling anything that symbolizes a win for Chicago.
Yeah,
Well, he would sell it to a fan. He wouldn't sell it to like.
And these bum ass, I mean, these fans. I'm sorry.
Oh my
I'm
god!
sorry.
these bum ass fans.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. These
just edit
fans
that part out.
would not treat the ring right. I was about to go in. How do I know? Look how people acted when we had COVID. You know what I mean? They stole toilet paper, fighting over toilet paper. What you
sure
think
did.
they gonna do about a ring? Jordan's ring.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I feel like if a person is willing to spend millions of dollars for Jordan's ring, that person's going to take care of it.
I mean, shit. At least for a couple years, you hope. I don't know how we got on this conversation. This is the most tangent of all tangents.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. I'm sorry. All right.
No, it's all good. That's what we do. That's Carla. This is what we do on the
I'm
podcast.
vibing.
She said, "I'm here with it. I'm here with the shit."
There's like literally like 2 people that have told us that
We talk too much.
we talk too much. I was like, I was like,
Podcast is
yeah.
Thank you.
And I was like, that's low key racist.
Somehow I agree.
That's low key. I don't care.
Low key, you told a black guy and an Arab woman that
You talk
she.
too much.
Y'all talk way
Y'all
too
got
much.
way too many opinions
Right.
for my liking.
Taking up too much white airtime.
Oh my lord!
Too many opinions.
That was like in a comment.
It was,
We
yeah.
can-
Yeah. It was in a-
That was, no, somebody on the street just was like, "Y'all, you two, you talk way too much on your podcast."
Somebody told us we sound like 6th grade project, school project.
I was like, literally in my head, I was like, we're literally trying to take a history of an entire community area plus the food, shoving it into 1 hour.
Yeah.
In the
and
third largest
making
city in the
it-
world, in the country.
and trying to make it slightly entertaining, so you're not listening to. If your vibe is NPR, go there. Like, I don't know if you're expecting
You know,
us to sound like.
Talk
They
that
want y'all to
talk.
be dry.
You know-
so in the Woodlawn
No,
community
there's-
area, we
And there's a lot of history podcasts that are like that people enjoy listening to. This isn't it. If you're expecting dry facts to come your way, you got the wrong podcast.
Yep.
And on top of that, we still want your vote for number one podcast.
That's how we got there.
That's how we got here. I got it.
Also,
It was a roundabout way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
DM us. We'll send you some other podcasts that are actually, NPR-ish.
Yeah, and that you might like.
Yeah,
anyway, back to Woodlawn.
aren't you gonna do that?
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
I think you missed it last episode too.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Well, no, we did it because Dion was like, "Oh, I'm
yeah,
ready."
that's true.
This y'all know what time it is. This is how we get ready, y'all. There you go. Y'all, you ready? You ready to get learned it, y'all? Let's get going. Woodlawn, the community area number 42. If we talking sports, shout out to Jackie Robertson. Hey, oh, damn, that was loud.
That is loud.
Yeah, that's loud. Whatever.
Even I heard that from.
You heard it? My bad. Yeah. Woodlawn, number 42 community area. And boundaries, it is bounded by, to the north, 60th Street, to the east, Lake Michigan, south, 67th Street, and to the west side, MLK, excuse me? Yeah. Martin Luther King Drive. Yeah. See, that's what happened when I do West Side. I should have just kept it to my South Side thing. I don't shout out the West Side like that. No offense, but I'm a South Sider. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
West Side is different. Look, are you West Sider?
Nah.
Okay. Yeah.
Champagne.
Yeah,
Champagne.
That's a different thing. That's Champagne. You know what I'm saying? That's our own thing. 217 stand up all day. You feel me?
I do condone this behavior.
Yeah. Talking game. Come on now.
Look at him.
Like 4 people probably know what you're talking about.
And those 4 people turning up right now.
Go crazy, y'all. Champagne stand.
Yes, sir.
No, we're editing that out.
The neighborhoods in Woodlawn are simple. Woodlawn and West Woodlawn. Here's a fun fact.
Why'd you giggle after that?
I don't know why.
Woodlawn and West Woodlawn.
That was funny.
Give me my giggle is something special. So it's named after, and this is where it's pretty cool to have Shy Food Local on this episode.
Oh, I'm bracing myself.
So Woodlawn is named after Woodlawn Park, which is the mansion for Stephen Douglas in Hyde Park.
Full circle.
Oh,
and if no one knows what we're talking about, the first episode that Shy Food Local was on was the Douglas episode.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
So does that mean that this is our last episode?
It might be.
It actually is.
Oh man,
It was a good run.
It was a good run. Yeah, 4-time champs over here. But yeah, so it's at the same place where we recorded, and if you go back into the catalog here in Douglas, we recorded. That was our first place that we recorded on.
Yeah.
No. First, well, it wasn't our first, but we recorded in front of Douglas's tomb.
Yeah.
Out there in Douglas. Yeah. So
it was hot.
It was hot as hell.
It was like July.
Yeah.
There was a giant wasp that was flying around.
My God.
Man,
yeah.
I remember them. Boy, it was bad out there.
Didn't Sarah get up out of there? Like she jetted. I was like,
I
podcast
did.
over. All right.
Yeah, it was a wrap. But so that's pretty cool that we kind of made it full circle. So when I ran across that, I was like, holy shit, this is perfect to have them back on this. So,
wow.
So Stephen Douglas had a bit of an impact on the South Side. Pretty interesting. So here's some history for you. Dutch farmers moved into the area in the 1850s, and obviously they did farming, there. But the real story about Woodlawn is after the World's Columbian Exposition, in 1893, it attracted some 20,000 new residents to the area because it was pretty dead there until, the World's Fair. And the reason why the World's Fair is probably the most significant thing over there is...
They had mermaids.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. Look at come on, man. Bruh. Come on.
People are probably sick of this shit.
Yeah, I mean, we were done for a couple weeks, and now we're not getting into it.
I'm gonna let you keep going. Yeah.
Thank you. Mermaids are not real, y'all. Do you believe mermaids?
I've seen that one mermaid-ish
See?
the fake doll.
It's fake.
Yeah, it's fake. It's fake.
That's actually fake. Yeah.
See? Thank you.
I mean,
I choose to believe they're out there.
You
Same.
choose to believe.
Same.
Y'all can choose to believe all you want to. This shit ain't real. Thank you, Kate. No, it ain't real.
That's
it's not
my
real.
hopes.
Yeah. Oh, I've been trashing hopes since we've been doing this for the last 4 months.
Wow. All right.
I feel a way about this, huh?
I don't believe in them either.
Very personal.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we don't have to keep going. So 20,000 people in 1893, and so the Columbian Exposition, Chicago's fair, brought amusement parks, racetracks, and shops and everything around the area. Also, University of Chicago's expanded south of the Midway Plaisance. I think that's how I'm saying how you say it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
Plaisance. I think it is.
Plaisance.
Yeah, Plaisance. Yeah, it's got S in there, so I'm just gonna pronounce every letter I see.
Plaisance.
Yeah, you know that's what it feels like. Yeah, shit. Yeah, I don't see no little thing over the E, so I'm gonna just keep it Plaisance. All right.
I don't think that's how. Is it French? That's how you pronounce it.
Yeah,
If it's French, you're definitely wrong. If it's Spanish, maybe, because they do pronounce every letter.
You know, it could just be Plaisance. For me, I could be doing the most. I could be doing the most right now. I don't know.
Somebody's gonna
Play
correct
Saints.
He said, "Stop it, bruh."
I don't know if you guys ever heard that our first archived episode, but Dario tried to pronounce Champs-Elysees,
Okay, I would.
and he said
Yeah.
Champs-Elysees.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. I know the word champ when I see it, and I know and I know leases. But yeah, University of Chicago expanded there. Now that was significant because at the time they were like, "Yo, this is really dope place to kind of grow," and boom, and yada yada yada, all that good stuff, and all because of the Columbian Exposition. But they even had betting going on at the racetracks, so it was lively. You know what I mean? Like it was a lively part of town. And before I keep on going, the fun fact: the park, Jackson Park, is where the Columbian Exposition was held, and the Midway Place Saints or whatever play songs. That little strip. If you look on the map, there's a little strip that divides Hyde Park and Woodlawn. And that was meant to be park area for the exposition, but it was never really made into like a park area for whatever reason. They built all the stuff up over in Jackson Park. So that little strip of land, if you look at it, it is not incorporated into a community area. It is just
No
like
man's land.
Yeah, it's incorporated. I mean, but it's Chicago, but it's like not in the neighborhood community. So. Pretty cool fact. And a lot of people drive that and don't even know it. Like, 'cause when we were coming back today, I was like, this is that. You know what I mean? That strip of land. And we were on it all the time. Like, it's
I drive there every day because I work at U Chicago.
Yeah, see, we all take it. And we don't realize the significance of that little strip of land. Because if you look at that land, it goes straight to Jackson Park. And that's where everybody was supposed to travel down that and go to the park and to the World's Fair.
Now, did they have old train lines that either went through the park or along the park?
Look at them. Hold on.
Look at them. Yeah.
My first coin.
So they did have all that. And again, all this was built up because of the World's Fair. Now, continuing, betting was outlawed in 1905, okay? So it was outlawed in 1905, and that's kind of where Woodlawn's story kind of goes like this, and I don't want to do that.
For anyone that's not
anybody
watching.
that can't, not watching, it kind of goes down, all right? Like the story goes down from there because at the time, all those buildings that they had created and everything for the World's Fair, and because booming with the population boom happened, a lot of those buildings had to be converted into housing, now for people. So you had all these buildings that were built for other reasons, shops and amusement parks and things like that. Now they're housing. But they excluded black folks. Plain and simple, black folks couldn't live in that area. They didn't want to. The housing associations and things like that stop, black people from moving there. And in the 1950s, y'all. So I just said outlaw was betting in 1905. 45 years later, it was outlawed that you can't. It was ruled unconstitutional to ban black people from living in a certain place.
Yeah.
So what they did was they took a lot of the housing and converted some of the housing. Let's just say like they call them kitchenette type of things. They split the house, that little area apart, so it could be housing for black people in the area. And of course, white flight happened. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, we know what that is. It's where white people just said, "Hey, look, we gonna get the hell out of here now."
Yeah.
If you gonna rule that blacks are coming in, we get out of here. That was 1950s, y'all. That's the 1950s. That's 70 years ago. That's what? Like, that's
your
not even.
grandparents were alive. Maybe some of your parents
My
were
daddy,
alive.
you know what I mean? Like my daddy, you know what I mean, was in the 60s. He was born in 60. But like that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like so like that was just ruled by the court system.
Yeah.
Unconstitutional to do, right?
And just because it was ruled that it's unconstitutional doesn't mean people still didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like people like Trump was still doing it.
Yeah.
He was discriminating.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
there was loopholes.
people were still doing
Yeah,
it.
there's loopholes to keep us
Yeah,
out. You know what I mean? Like so but here's something
And
that
if your friend was the judge, you definitely got away with it.
Yeah. You know the so here's a little take, and this is I haven't seen the movie or the stage play, but I want to now. Raisin in the Sun. Y'all heard of that, right? Mm-hmm. Raisin in the Sun. Yep. Mm-hmm. The playwright and author Lorraine Hansberry. She was one of the first residents to move into the area in Woodlawn, and Raisin in the Sun is based off of her and her family's experience.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So that stage play that went crazy way back when, it's based off of her story, and it was right here in Woodlawn. I had no clue. Now I want to see it.
Wow.
Yeah, I had no clue. That's pretty dope. That she's the reason for that, that movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Now here's something even crazier. In the 60s, it was predominantly black, right? 80,000 people. We went from 20,000 to 80,000 people once you said let the black people in. Now, and we all came, you know what I mean? We all came, 80,000. But as of the now 2020 census is just over 24,000.
Whoa.
So you talk, I think probably
So
this
40 years.
40 years, 60 years, 60
You said
years.
since the 80s.
60 in the 60s, 60 years. That's probably the biggest drop off so far in our research doing this 35 episodes that we've seen a drop off that huge and that drastic. You know what I mean?
I feel like that one, Chicago Lawn, was probably a significant one.
Yeah, Chicago, but I mean that's 60,000 people damn near.
Like 2/3 drop.
That's
crazy.
Gone. You know what I mean? Like that's out of control. You know what I mean? Like that many people. And the reason why, unfortunately, gang and violence, happened around that time. And this is something interesting that I don't want to condone gang violence at all. But we learned this with Humboldt Park that the Latin gang was started there, and a lot of these gangs were started because they wanted peace in their own neighborhood. And when we're talking, we had MLK assassination happened in the 60s, right around that time. You know what I mean? Like so now we talking. These gangs started to protect their and it's the Blackstones. So they started to protect the community area that they were in,
because the city that was supposed to protect you was failing these people.
Yeah.
And you didn't have resources provided for you. Once white people left, there was these resources up and left with them. So
And that's actually that's a very key thing here. It's funny that you say that, coin for this. Sarah gets a coin because the reason why I'm saying that's a good thing is because they actually did. Woodlawn actually took it upon themselves to create that type of environment. Healthcare. They actually started, and I should have wrote this down, but CNN had a documentary called Black in America 1 and 2. And it documented how, black people had to do for themselves, especially specifically in Woodlawn. They had to create healthcare, create everything for themselves. Also, they had mental health awareness for black men. They made that a thing. Pretty cool that they, back then we were even talking about black men mental health, but it was kind of swept under the rug a bit. But we trying to help ourselves, but you know what I mean? Like you said, we don't have resources, and when people move out and they take all it with them, what do? Shout out to Chris over at Coffee, Hip Hop, and Mental Health. That's doing it for everybody, but that man's really doing the Lord's work, and he just had a baby. Congratulations, happy, congrats on his birthday, on his baby's birth. But he's doing things like that, and it's crazy to see back in the day that this is what we were still fighting. You know what I mean? 60 years ago, we still, 70 years ago, we still sitting here talking about the same thing we talking about in 2022. And kind of put a bow on this. It's not all bad. It's not all bad because Woodlawn actually is kind of doing a slight uptick here. You know what I mean? Start doing a little slight uptick. Also, it's growing in the sense of, like what's businesses coming out and such. So, the G word, gentrification. I don't want to say that, but it's you can see the early beginnings of it, and hopefully we don't see gentrification. We just see a neighborhood that was once lively come back to life. You know what I mean? Like that's what we want to see. But it is. You kind of see that. It's starting to do that right now. I mean, you lose 60,000 people damn near. Yeah. I mean, like there ain't no way but up. So so that's a lot of culture. Speaking of culture, and I'm almost done here with the history. A lot of notable people here in Woodlawn. A lot from Woodlawn and that lived in Woodlawn. Gwendolyn Brooks. We all know Gwendolyn Brooks, poet, teacher, first black woman to win a Pulitzer Prize. That's crazy. Pretty dope. She lived here. Herbie Hancock. Nice. Jazz musician, born here in Chicago. He was out here. Lorraine Hansberry, told you, playwright for Raisin in the Sun. Hugh Hefner.
Yeah. Wait, no, what? Hugh Hefner?
The Hugh Hefner. Yeah.
What?
Yes. Wow. Yeah.
Damn.
His The Mansion was
No way.
Mansion was here in Woodlawn?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Wow. Can you still find it?
I don't know. That's a good. I should be doing that right now, but it's out here. Joe Louis, heavyweight boxer. Yeah. Yes, that's awesome. He lived out here. Yeah, and actually in a hotel. So he had some time out here. Minnie Minoso. White Sox fans, this is like our third or fourth time this in the last few months, in last month actually, talking about Minnie Minoso.
Because he was just
he just elected to the Hall of Fame, posthumous, right? The posthumously. Yeah. I'm there. I was there. I was on the right track. Yeah. But he was the first Afro-Cuban player in baseball. Not the first black Cuban, Afro-Cuban, played for the White Sox. So shout out to him. Jesse Owens.
Wow.
Jesse Owens lived.
This is quite the list.
I saw this and I was like, I have to say all these names. I think this is the most extensive list that we've had so far.
Yeah.
Y'all know who Jesse Owens is. I believe he's a 4-time Olympic gold medalist.
That's crazy. A lot of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, this was a part of town.
Boxer, baseball player.
Yeah, and we're not even done. We're not even done with the sports reference. Bill Veeck. Anybody that knows Bill is a sports fan, baseball fan. Bill Veeck was an owner of the Chicago White Sox. He passed away. He had a lot of health issues, but he was the owner, not just the White Sox, but several baseball teams, sports teams, baseball mainly. He was minor league and Major League Baseball, but also born here in Chicago. I had no clue about that. I didn't know he was born here in Chicago. So
I don't know who that is. But
I just told you.
I know. I mean, I did. He said if you could listen, you would know.
Yeah, but a lot of sports athletes from here. So look, when we talk about the history of Chicago, man, when you all the people that we love, they lived here. You know what I mean? Like, so at some point, this had to be a great place. Further in proof that Chicago is the dopest. Yeah, it is still a great place. We know it. Come on. You're gonna make me trip over sitting down. I'm trying to lift my leg. Y'all can't see it if you're listening, but I'm like damn. We dope here. We got a bunch of dope ass people that lived here, and man, Woodlawn. It's time to it's time to shout out Woodlawn, man. Like, we got to see that number go back up, man. A lot of people left the city in the last few years anyway. You know what I mean? Like, they talking about we gonna be number 4 to Houston in like 10 years. That's not gonna happen. I don't think that's happening.
You want more people here?
I mean, I don't want to lose my spot. I'm competitive. Shit. I mean, if Houston going crazy like that, I mean, it ain't what they got down there. Cheating ass baseball team.
Damn.
Wow.
Hey, look, 1 point for me. Hey, I come at all these sports teams. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's all the fun facts I got. Anything y'all want to input?
I don't know nothing more than what you know, so you got it.
You got it.
Well, in that case, we gonna transition to the food like we do. We went to the oldest restaurant in Chicago. I had no clue until today. So, we're gonna talk about it after the break. I hope y'all enjoyed that one. You made it through. I'm glad you did. We appreciate you, and we will be back next week. Shout out to Shop Food Local, man. Always Byron, Gabe, Carla. I ain't seen Carla in a long time, but shout out to y'all, man, for always being big supporters of 77 Flavors of Chicago. And to the rest of y'all, thank y'all for supporting. We will see you next week, Monday, with a brand new episode. Peace.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and we hope you loved it.
And if you could, please follow us on social media at 77 Flavors Shy on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter.
If you have any ideas or deep dives that you'd love us to do, please contact us at media@77flavorsshy. That's the number 77 flavors and shy for Chicago.com.
If you like visuals, please subscribe and follow and watch us on our YouTube channel at the same thing, 77 Flavors Shy, or search 77 Flavors of Chicago.
If you would like to support us monetarily, go ahead and click that Buzzsprout link in the description of this episode.
And as always, we gonna see you next week. Peace.